a midnight run. We go in through the rear of the warehouse on the north side, grab the stingers and ordnance before anyone knows we were there.
Sounds too easy.
That's because it is.
Security? There's one guard on shift.
It's a midnight
Armed.
run.
6 security cameras covering inside and out.
Sounds like a 40-year stretch.
Before anyone knows we were there.
Lucky.
I was supposed to get in undetected.
That's because it is. We don't.
There's no way to cut the camera feed. There's one guard on shift. We take out the guard, we go in heavy. 6 security. By the time the security company realizes the guard hasn't checked in, we'll be gone. No trace.
Lucky.
I don't know what's in there. I was supposed to get in undetected.
This warehouse usually stores mainly irrigation equipment, tractor parts, farm shit. We go in heavy.
But the week before Christmas, the Redstone Army base in Halton is going to be transferring a ton of military hardware and storing it at this warehouse.
I don't know what's in there.
Pretty unusual. Military to be using civilian warehousing.
Mainly irrigation equipment, tractor parts.
How do you know that?
Farm shit.
Because I've been working my ass to the bone in there for 3 years. I've been eating shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And I have the manifest.
I don't know what's in there.
Pretty unusual.
Stingers, M16s, light machine guns, rocket launchers.
How do you know that?
It's going to be a goddamn I've Christmas been working my miracle. ass to the bone in there for 3 years.
Frank,
Shit
we're gonna
for
need a
breakfast, lunch,
van,
and dinner.
something big enough to haul everything.
And I have the manifest.
And we're gonna need weapons. Small arms, short barrel type stuff.
Stingers, M16s,
Things go south and
light
we get
machine
boxed in,
guns,
we might have to shoot our
rocket
way out.
launchers.
How do you know that?
It's going to be a goddamn Christmas.
Consider it done.
Bone in there for 3 years.
Where's the money coming from?
We're gonna need a van, something big enough. West Chapman set it up. And we're gonna need weapons. Small arms, short barrel
Haven't
type
heard
stuff.
that name since the war.
Things go south and we get boxed in, we might have
How
to
much
shoot
is he in for?
Nothing, he's
Consider
dead.
it done.
Shot himself 2
Where's
months
the money
ago.
coming from?
Couldn't shake the bug. West Chapman set it up. We're gonna need weapons.
He's a good man.
Haven't heard that name since the war.
Good Marine.
How much is he in for? Guess Chappie figured it was easier to eat his sidearm.
Shot himself 2 months ago.
Coming from?
Couldn't shake. Before he checked out, Chappie put me in touch with an Arab named Amir. He's looking for particulars.
Haven't heard that name since the war.
Good Marine.
We're doing business with terrorists. How much is he in for?
The last I checked, it was still a free
Easier to eat
country.
his sidearm.
Shot himself 2 months ago. Before he checked out, Chappie put me in touch with an Arab named Amir. He's looking for particulars.
Go on.
Once we leave the warehouse,
Terrorists.
we head west to an abandoned construction site just outside of Northfield.
Sidearm.
Arabs will be there at 1600.
What's the cut?
2.2 million. 500 grand each. Once we leave
Getaway's
the warehouse,
100,000.
we head west. It's 25 grand up front. Bennett Myers is flying us out. Leave in at St. Andrews Air Base. From there, the C-130 takes us south across the border into Panama. Any more questions? Getaway's 100,000. It's 25 grand up front. Let's get to work. Bennett Myers is flying us out. From the St. Andrews Air Base. From there, the C-130 takes us south. Any more questions?
Private property. You can't be here. Move this piece of shit now. Or I'll have someone move it for you. You hard of hearing, asshole? This is private property. Jesus Christ.
Skip, we got a couple.
Hey, Miller. Suck on this.
Adios, amigo.
Let's move.
Company's been notified. 3 minutes for that call to come into county, 6 minutes for them to get here. That gives us 8 minutes to get the fuck out of here.
Hurry up, let's go, let's go.
Get us out of here. Get us out of here.
You hear that? Huh? You must have heard that. You hear that? Huh?
Flight leaves 0600. Once we offload the Stingers, we'll be home free. Make no mistake, we're now viewed as traitors by our own government. The Army, FBI, National Guard, State Police. Flight leaves 0600. They'll all be ordered to surgically remove us, we'll be home free, leaving no trace we even served. Make no mistake, we're now viewed as traitors by our own government. They trained us to kill, send us off to do their dirty work. Army, with no compensation. State Police. In a few short hours, consider yourselves permanently retired, leaving no trace we even served. Make no mistake, we're now viewed as traitors by our own government. They trained us to kill, send us off to do their dirty work. Army, with no compensation. State Police. In a few short hours, consider yourselves permanently retired.
He's gonna fuck this up. You just keep him away from the Arabs when they get here. Fucking army guys.
Marines.
Whatever, what's the difference?
They're about to find out if you're up to do no shit.
You just keep him away from the Arabs when they get here.
How many? Chuck! They dumped a full mag in it. Didn't even slow it down.
What do you mean, it?
How many?
Chuck!
They dumped a full mag in it. Didn't even slow it down.
What happened? What happened?
How many? Hell if I know what I saw. What I saw doesn't make any sense. Where the fuck are the stingers? You're not listening to me. There were no stingers. Just it. Hell if I know what I saw. What I saw doesn't make any sense. Where the fuck are the stingers? You're not listening to me. Nothing. There were no stingers. Just it. Whatever Chuck was shooting at couldn't have got far.
Doesn't seem like he even wanted to hit him. Shooting from that close?
There were no stingers.
How could you miss?
Sergeant, what was it?
The machine.
Doesn't seem like he even wanted to
Goddamn
hit him.
machine.
Shooting from that close?
A machine. Are you talking about a robot? You expect us to believe that?
Sergeant.
Whoever broke in is halfway to the state line by now.
What are we going to tell the Arabs?
Goddamn machine.
Whoa. A machine.
You lying
talking about a
bastard.
robot? You expect us to believe that?
If there were no stingers in that
Whoever
crate,
broke in is halfway
then
to
what
the
the
state
hell
line
was?
by now.
Everything you asked for was on that manifest. What are we going to tell the Arabs?
You've been working at that warehouse for 3 years.
I'll say it again. The base commander moved everything to that warehouse 2 weeks ago.
If there were no stingers in that crate, something tells me you're running a side deal here, Morgan.
Everything you asked for was on that manifest.
I don't know any Arabs.
You've been working at that
I wouldn't even know how to set up a buy.
That's why I partnered with you military guys. You guys are the trained experts.
That warehouse 2 weeks ago.
No one else knew where the exchange was.
You asked what was on that man.
I don't even know what you need wraps. I wouldn't even know how to set up a buy. That's why I partnered with you military guys. You guys are the trained experts.
That warehouse 2 weeks ago.
No one else knew where the exchange was.
I don't know what you need wraps. I wouldn't even know how to set up a buy.
Something broke out. Not in.
You guys are the trained experts.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Defense Intelligence Agency. Goddamn spooks. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Defense Intelligence Agency.
Once you get to the end of this road, turn right.
Goddamn spooks.
داریم میرسیم 2 دقیقه به عمر بگو تا 3 ساعت دیگه میرسیم لکزینگتون اسکله 1 معلومه که برچسبای حمل و نقل با خودمون آوردیم مدارک درسته right there میرسیم لکزینگتون اسکله 1 درسته
If things go south, put them down. Put them all down. If things go south, put them down.
Merry Christmas.
Put them all down. Is that my money?
Merry Christmas.
Not yet.
Put them all down.
2 million.
Courtesy of Uncle Sam. M16A1. Money. Fires a 5.56
Not
NATO
yet.
cartridge. We got 20 rounders
2 million.
and 30s. Courtesy of Uncle Sam. Or M16A1. Money.
My personal
Fires a
favorite.
5.56 NATO
The
cartridge.
M60
We
E3.
got 20 rounders.
7.62 by 51, and
2 million.
this little
And
honey
30s.
spits out 600 rounds per minute. Hot damn.
Courtesy of Uncle Sam. Or M16A1. Money.
My personal favorite.
5.56 NATO
The
cartridge.
M60
We
E3.
got 20 rounders.
7.62 by 51, and
2 million.
this little
And
honey
30s.
spits out 600 rounds per minute.
What about the Stingers?
Hot damn.
Courtesy of Uncle
We're a few
Sam.
stingers short.
Or M16A1.
My personal
How many?
5.56 NATO
The
cartridge.
M60
All of them.
20 rounds. 7.62 by 51, and
We had a deal for the Stingers. What about the Stingers?
We're a few stingers short.
The Americans don't have the Stingers.
How many?
No. 3.